She is an award-winning international speaker and blogger. She loves educating, inspiring, and empowering all new entrepreneurs, everybody, especially who want to leverage the social media. She's also shared stage presence with Dr. John D. Martini, Bob Proctor, John Lee, also known as the Wealth Dragon. I know you are currently doing a 30-day program that has started today with none other than Joel Brown. I'm definitely going to get into that as soon as we start with Q&A. So without further ado, please welcome Pavlina Papalouka.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Hi, Renira. I'm so happy to have like a female host as well. From Dubai, from the UAE. My audience, of course, is always women and men. It's 50-50. This is something that interests everyone. And I want to acknowledge the hosts for this amazing initiative. I'm inspired to see what you're doing over there. And welcome everyone from around the world. I want to say welcome to people from Dubai, India, Africa, UK, LA, where else? I saw Bahrain, I saw many countries. So welcome everyone. And let's go right into our topic. Let me share my presentation here. And we're gonna come back at the end for questions. Okay, so my topic today, let me make this full screen. And like I said, we're gonna be taking questions towards the end. Let me see how I can see the chat box. For some reason I cannot see it. It's okay. Renira, sorry. Renira, you can interrupt me if there are any questions I need to answer along the way, but okay, I found the chat box. I would like to make this interactive. Great. Girl power, says Anita. Mayor says we can see the women power in action and their word power in motion. We need both women and men. We need this both energies, feminine and masculine, to come together inside all of us to make the world a better place. And building a personal brand, I'm going to talk about attracting people and opportunities today. And this is a perfect example for me, because these people that invited me in this initiative, it's all about what I do. So when you shift your energy and when you get clear on your brand, you start attracting people and opportunities. And I can be on stage now in Dubai from here on my beautiful island in the Mediterranean, from Cyprus, and you can build a powerful personal brand and an online business from anywhere and even become an influencer in your niche. Who would love to have a powerful personal brand and be an influencer? Type in yes in the comment box.
Yes, yes.
I will tell you why, okay? I will tell you first why and what it has done for me so that you can see that anyone can do it. So I was born on this small island in the Mediterranean, and in the first few years, I was always entrepreneurial, but I thought my island limited me. We didn't have social media and the internet, especially when I was finishing university. And I thought, you know, all these people in other countries, in the USA, in London, they have all these opportunities, but I don't have the opportunities. I'm just limited to this 1 million people living on the island. But then the internet came and social media came. And now we live in a new global economy, a new global culture of unlimited possibilities. And everyone, no matter where you are in the world, you just need to make the decision. The knowledge is there. And you know it because you're here on this live class as well with me. And there's all these free classes now online. The knowledge is there. Everyone can build an online brand and reap the benefits of the new economy anywhere you are in the world. So the limitation right now is only in your mind. If you have an internet connection, a laptop, and a smartphone, you can have a business from anywhere. So the new lucrative investment is building an online business and brand. And I have been teaching this for years, but then COVID came. COVID arrived and the game has shifted more, even more in the favor of online entrepreneurs, because this is not something new that I'm teaching. I've been running big seminars for years, working with many international speakers, bringing this knowledge. But now, have you noticed how the game has shifted? And if you're not online, you're disappearing and your business is suffering. So who this training is for? Okay, it's for established entrepreneurs who want to learn how to sell online. I've had so many people contact me now, even doctors and clinics, and everyone wants to know now how to do what they do online. Established entrepreneurs who want to rebrand themselves and grow their income and their impact, people who want to start their own business, freelancers, consultants, coaches, independent contractors, and entrepreneurs. Who are entrepreneurs? Entrepreneurs are people who are working for companies that are more open-minded, that allow them to grow within the company, okay, and grow with the company. And people who want to advance their career as well. It's not only for entrepreneurs, personal branding, it's for everyone. I focus more on entrepreneurs, but it's for everyone. So type in why you're here. Type in which of these categories you are or what you're looking to learn today. Wow. So I would like to say, so why are you here? Why are you here? Maybe you don't have enough clients coming into your business and wanting to buy your products and services. Maybe you don't stand out from the competition. Maybe you're invisible in the market or not as visible as you want to be. Maybe you're not making enough money from your talent, from your knowledge, from your business that you work very hard to build, the knowledge that you got, work so hard to get and studied so many years. And maybe you want to increase your income. You know that you're worth more, but you don't know how to get there. Maybe you want to create your own online business. You can run from anywhere, become influencer and a go-to expert and authority, well-known in your niche. And maybe you want to create automated sources of income. And somebody said, leverage my personal brand. Okay, you can leverage the personal brand in such a big number of ways. So people are saying, I want to become more influential, increase my visibility, grow my brand power, two super women on screen. One who hosted Gary Vee. Yes, I had Gary Vee on my YouTube channel. Gain more clients and expand my portfolio. And one who will host Gary Vee soon, which is Renier. I want to be there. Can I be invited?
Definitely.
Gary Vee seems to be a meeting point for people who have built big influential brands. And some of us discovered him in 2009 and were big fans of Crush It, the book. So definitely he's one of my influencers. And he's influencing more and more of the new generations as well. So type in what you want to achieve. I want this to be interactive. I don't want you to fall asleep.
I don't think with your beauty anyone's going to fall asleep. You're looking so royal in blue.
I'm working more on the energy. I think it's all internal. I think everyone has the beauty, and it's all internal, and it's how you vibrate outwards. And that's, for me, a personal brand starts from the inside. So when you build a powerful personal brand, your ideal clients come and ask to work with you every day. You stand out from the competition. You become the go-to expert and the authority. You have more and better clients, charge more, which leads to higher income, because when you have all this visibility and the exposure, you start to attract so much more clients who want to work with you. Everyone wants to work with the best. If they can afford, they want to work with the best, right? The best consultant, the best doctor, the best, the one perceived as the best, which I'm going to talk about that. Of course, you need to do good work and reputation. It's also related to the quality of your work. But some people are amazing in what they do, and they don't know how to get exposure for it. So you get to attract more opportunities every day, collaborations, free exposure, business growth, automatic. You get automated sales funnels if you want, because when you build your personal brand online, and let's say you have like an influential YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, all these social media, you can start automatically, if you set up the right systems, making sales online, because you have the audience, you have the reach, you have the trust of your ideal clients. You can choose where you want to work from and with whom. That was a big one for me. Again, when you're on a personal brand that has people's attention and trust and respect, a lot of people want to work with you. And this is something I have experienced. So you can also become an influencer and celebrity if you niche, if you want to do that. Like celebrity is something that happens indirectly as your reach and influence grows. So personal branding, it's one of the most powerful methods to sell online in 2020 and in the next decade. Everything is shifting right now, and you need to be prepared. And Today, I'm going to teach you why personal branding is more important than ever in 2020 and in the next decades. Because first, you need to understand the why, how building a personal brand the right way can have a significant positive impact on your income and on your business growth, the key steps and strategies to build a powerful personal brand and become an influencer in your niche. And if you're ready, type in ready. And some of you might wonder, why should I listen to Pavlina? Who is Pavlina? Why is she an expert? So I want to share a little bit about my story, if it's okay. So when I was finishing university, I actually went to do an MBA because I was always entrepreneurial. As a child, I knew I wanted to have my own business. I just knew my parents were entrepreneurs. So I did my MBA, but at the time, it was before social media. I'm a bit dated. It was before social media showed up, and I was very excited by the media, by the TV channels, and all this, the media in general, being on TV. And I was always, as a child, on stage anyway, in all the school shows and theaters. So I wanted to go work in the media. And after my MBA, I did a journalism diploma, and I went to the biggest media group in Cyprus that published magazines and newspapers.
Wow.
I went for the interview. I was very determined. I got the job. I had no idea what I was doing, of course. And anyone saw this movie that Devil Wears Prada? Type in yes if you have seen this movie.
It's one of my favorites. I think it's the best example for personal branding. There was nobody better than Miranda.
So this movie has two parts, okay? You get to see the media world, and you get to see this powerful woman, and then you get to see this girl that enters this media world and then sees how harsh it is in the background and decides that it's not what I want. This is not what I want. And this is what happened to me. And actually, it took me 5 years in working in different media groups. So the first media group, imagine me, 22 years old, young Pavlina, getting her dream job, walking into the media group. And the first day, we're supposed to have a meeting with the manager. And I see the other girls who are working in the marketing and PR department, because I was in the marketing department. The women, not girls, they were grown-up women running out of the office of the manager, this dragon woman who had inherited the media group. She was really a dragon woman. She even looked like a dragon, I swear. And they were running out of the office crying. And I went into the office, and she started shouting, no training, nothing. She just started shouting and demanding. And then I realized that was going to be my reality. And I struggled with that reality every day for a year, crying every day, seeing the other women crying. And I was looking at these older women, and I was thinking, how can they live like that for so many years and still want to be in this job? Okay. And that was the environment back then, before social media. The big media owners, they controlled everything. Now it's happening with social media. I'm not going to go too much into this today. I'm going to go a little bit into this. What's happening now with social media, they have become way too powerful. So yeah, so I changed job. I went to another media group, and the media at the time were very powerful. They were controlling everything. So I went to another media group, which was the biggest TV channel in Cyprus. I was a public relations manager there. Still a terrible, toxic environment. And I was thinking, what am I doing wrong? Maybe I'm in the wrong country, so I need to change countries. And I went to Greece. I found a job in Greece. I was a little bit sneaky. I was miserable. I had a TV channel owner invited at one of our events in Cyprus, and I said to him, do you have a job for me? I want to leave. So I escaped to Greece, and I thought, now everything is going to be great because I'm in another country, and everything was terrible. Everything was even worse than Cyprus, the environment. So has anyone ever got their dream job and really struggled to make it work? But it just wasn't turning out how you thought it would turn out? Type in yes, if you ever got your dream job. But I got valuable experience, okay? So type in yes if you ever got your dream job and it was nothing like what you imagined. So I worked hard in Greece for 3 years, and then one day I said, okay, I'm done, I'm ready, I'm gonna go start my own business. I went back to Cyprus, rented an office, started a PR agency, and I was this person here working day and night. I had a couch in the office. I rented an office in the center of the town, driving every day to the office just to have these offices. And it was a roller coaster ride for me. And I realized that I was having some success and then I was having a lot of negative experiences. And I didn't know why. And at the time, it was this movie came out, The Secret. Has anyone seen the movie The Secret? It was 2006. And I saw this movie and I realized that I'm having this negative tape playing in my mind all the time. Maybe I'm very focused on my goals, but the subconscious mind is just a negative tape. And I never got mentoring and support from people who actually built a successful business. I went to university and I learned from university professors. So immediately I joined an online mentoring program from one of the speakers in The Secret. I traveled to the USA. And when I went there, and I saw these events, nobody was running them in Cyprus, very few events in Europe. I guess nobody was doing that in Dubai, 2007. And I said, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I don't want to run these social events that I'm doing now, these concerts. I want to do inspirational events. And I started building my brand. I made the decision. And I started working with very big speakers. I just made the decision. I started reprogramming my mind. And when I was ready, I started working with these very big speakers, Dr. John DeMartini, Bob Proctor, and they took me by the hand and guided me. And they told me, you need to get on stage, you need to build your brand as well. In the beginning, the first 2-3 years, I was behind the scenes in my business. I had like a little blog online. I was blogging and you can see videos of me with Bob Proctor from 2012. But when I really got into building my personal brand, amazing things happened. My events grew bigger. I started traveling the world. I work from anywhere now. I work by the beach because that's what I like to. My team is remote for many years. I got my own TV show. This is me and my mentor. John Lee became my mentor. John Lee from Wealth Dragons, if anyone knows him, we collaborated. He became my mentor. We flew around the world together. This is me and John Lee and my favorite shoe designer, Jimmy Choo, in Malaysia having dinner. And I started having all these amazing experiences and amazing clients and collaborations when I put myself out there. When I stopped being shy and put Pavlina out there and started blogging and building my brand, it had an incredible effect on my business versus when I was behind the scenes and being shy and didn't have the confidence to put myself out there. So what happened to my business when I built my brand? Until now, more than 30,000 people have attended our sold out events that we have organized live and online. I fill rooms on my own. This is like a seminar. It was just me, the speaker. It was like 300 people sold out. Amazing things happened when I started building my brand. I mentored hundreds of entrepreneurs, one-to-one in my academy. We have, great success stories with my clients. A lot of them became influencers. They build amazing businesses. I live and work from anywhere I choose, have a freedom lifestyle, which was very convenient right now. During COVID, it's gonna be very convenient. For the next 1 year, 2 years, as the world is changing, I get incredible invitations to speak at events internationally, get on stages, get in media, get on podcasts, award ceremonies. And this helps me organically grow my audience and my brand, because people can now see what I do. So I get all these invitations. And now I'm on stage in Dubai, right? And whenever all of this ends, I'm still building my audience online right now. I'm in different country every week, speaking 2-3 countries. And when this is over, all this craziness, I can go back and be on stage. And a lot of you who will meet in person, I'm sure about this. So I get to do what I love and work with people I love working with, clients, associates, business partners, and I attract all these people. They find me. And yes, I know my mentor was in Dubai, and I know he talks about me on stage. So John, he was one of the people that he saw my potential and he took me by the hand and guided me, and we created many events together in Cyprus. So that's what happens when you make this decision. And you start building a brand, because I already had put myself out there. And then these people saw me and they thought, she has something good there to offer. So I want to work with her. I want to mentor her. I want to partner up with her. So what is a personal brand? What is your personal brand? It's a combination of your unique skills, your experience, and how other people perceive you as a professional. It's basically your reputation in the online and offline world, which is what I used to do when I was doing PR and had a public relations agency, but now we have social media. So people at any time can Google you. And what happens in Vegas stays on Facebook, Instagram, Google, everywhere. Okay, so it's your reputation. It's what people say about you when you're not in the room as well, and what they think when they see you online, what they find when they Google you. So my definition, building your personal brand is about living the most authentic version of you and communicating it effectively with the world. So it's all about who you truly are and living your true purpose. And if you don't discover your purpose and live your true purpose, if you're not authentic, you can't really go far with personal branding. That's one of the core components. People are commenting on my dresses, and this is really part of branding, which, you know, we can take questions at the end, even the colors you wear, you know, the environment. You see my environment here. This is next to my house. I'm by the beach. There is yachts, you know, so this is part of my brand as well, you know, versus the time when I used to work. I need to find some of those old photos and use them. Actually, there's somewhere in storage when I was in the center of town, on the island in Nicosia, and I was renting an office and I looked miserable. I have some photos. I look so miserable in those photos. Just for perspective. I don't have them here today, but next time I go to my parents, I will find these photos. So why you need to build your personal brand? So I'm going to give you a few reasons on the why, because you need to get clear on the why so that you can then be inspired to do the how. Okay, so this is a paperclip, just a simple paperclip, which if you want to, you know, make a gift to a special friend, you can go on Tiffany, you know, Tiffany the jewelers online, and find this beautiful gold paperclip for $1,500 only. So why would anyone buy a paperclip for $1,500? Some people will, because here it has an engraving. It's just a simple paperclip, by the way. You know, it's 2.5 inches long. Okay, it's available on Tiffany.com and the New York flagship store and select Tiffany stores. Okay, so this is the perceived value of the brand, because this paperclip, anyone into gold and, you know, commodities, anyone knows what is the real value of the best type of gold in a paperclip? Like the real value if you buy gold and make it into a paperclip? Anyone knows? Some people on webinars, they told me $200, $3 maximum, not $1,500. And the reason you pay this premium price is because of the Tiffany brand. And the more you build your brand, you know, the faster people trust you. If it's a brand that is around for a while, if you're a little bit patient, we talked about Gary Vee in the beginning. He has been building his brand for years. Like, it's been like, I found his book 11 years ago. Okay, and some people today are saying, oh, Gary Vee. And when I interviewed him, nobody in Cyprus knew who Gary. I was excited. I was like, you know, I'm so excited to interview Gary Vee, and nobody cared in Cyprus. So he went on building his brand, and now he's a recognized brand globally, and nobody can say anything about that. And you know, if you take the time to build your brand, somebody will Google you and they will see this amazing brand online. You immediately gain credibility if you have the patience. Okay, so some people want this paperclip to use it. Okay. So it's just an example. So you can be this valuable brand. Okay, I'm not saying it's not good quality, but you pay for the brand, for the brand name. Other reasons that you need to know, and this is going to go on for the next few years, is people aren't buying what you're selling today. They're buying who you are, who is behind what you're selling. Okay, we don't buy the actual product. We buy the person behind the product usually. If we buy consulting, coaching, anything that has to do with people, even if we go inside a big store, we buy their reputation, the service, everything we feel about that company. We don't buy the actual product. okay? We buy the brand. We do this with Apple, we do this with many companies. We buy the brand name. People will Google you anyway, okay? So there is Google. I don't know what's gonna happen in 5 years. Google, Facebook, Amazon, now they're being taken to courts in the US because now they have gained too much power and they're becoming monopolies like the media used to be a few years ago. But social media and the internet will still be around, and there will be other search engines and people will search you anyway, okay? So if people can Google you, if people can search you online, if you have any online presence, you already are a personal brand, and the people who will win in the market are the ones that have the right online presence, the right personal brand, because everyone can, you know, like start a social media profile or a LinkedIn profile or do a video, but who is doing it the right way and who is building, you know, the brand the right way? There is a formula for that. And today you are the media. So people wake up in the morning, you wake up in the morning, you don't open the newspaper like people used to do when I was working for this media group. You take your phone and you open Facebook, you open Instagram, okay? You don't buy a glossy magazine, you open Instagram. You don't buy a business magazine, you open LinkedIn. You don't watch so much TV and you go on YouTube and you watch video on demand, okay? So you can also reap the benefits of the new global economy and build a business from anywhere. And that's what I love to teach from here on this small island, wherever you are in the world, because I know people, especially in the Middle East and India, is like, oh, I come from this background and my background is not supportive. It doesn't matter anymore. It's all mindset. So people want to buy from people they know, like, and trust. So by building a personal brand and giving value out there, like what I'm doing now, I just want to give you value. I want to build the trust with you. That's, you know, what people want today. They want to work with, buy from people they know, like, and trust, not from faceless organizations. When you put out your knowledge, your brand out there, you position yourself as an authority, as an expert, people start to see you as the expert. And everything happened with me as well. Everything I'm writing here happened with me as well when I started putting myself clearly out there. Especially I did it through video and through my events and through being on stage. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute, the formula that I have used, okay? More and better clients knocking on your door, literally knocking on your door. Ask for higher payment because you are the brand people want to work with. Higher demand, you can ask for higher payment, and you attract unlimited opportunities. Who would love that? Type in love if you would love that for yourself. I want to see some excitement here. Okay, great. I want to see more excitement before I continue.
I think they are in awe of you. So they just like, you know, have stopped typing and they just all, their attention is all towards you. So this is really great.
Thank you. So you need to really want it. Anything in life, you know, you need to really want it, really understand the why. And then you can, all of you can do this. All of you. I've worked with so many people. I can tell you it's just about making a decision. And if you're here, you already made some kind of decision about yourself. So I want to go quickly through my 7s because I want to be on time. So through my 7 key steps to build a powerful personal brand and a location independent business if you want to, okay? So step number 1, it's very, very important to discover your true purpose and build a brand around your true purpose and to discover your value and to really know your value. The biggest limitation people have is number 1, they don't know their value because nobody told them. They have so much to give and they believe they're not good enough. They believe they're not ready. They believe that, oh, somebody else is better than me and how can I compete with that? And they stop themselves because they don't realize their value. And that's what happened to me for many years. I was restricting myself. I felt I wasn't good enough. Actually, that's why I was struggling in the media. And I had a lot of bullying from, you know, managers and other people who work with me for many years because I didn't feel, I had all this knowledge, all this energy. I was working hard, but inside me, I felt I wasn't good enough. Does anyone here feel, you know, have this tape in their mind playing, I'm not good enough yet. I don't know enough yet. I'm not, I'm not ready. All of you, used to feel that earlier. Yes. So this is an ongoing process that we reprogram the mind, ongoing. You need to do the internal work. And also, a lot of people, when they go and build their brand out there, they're just looking at somebody else on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. They admire this person and then they try to be that person. And they're not on purpose. They're not living their purpose. And that's what happened to me when I was looking to get, my dream job. I thought it looked good from the outside, like being in the media and doing the PR, and it looked so glamorous, and it was very glamorous. I was invited at events every night. I was in Athens, all the big parties. I would enter any club I wanted and any restaurant. I was young. I was 25 years old, and I had like the best table, and everyone was jealous of my job, hanging out with all the big singers, and I was miserable because I wasn't living my purpose. I was just living a fake dream. And you need to discover that thing that you were born to give to the world. Okay. That is unique to you, and you all have a unique purpose, and build your brand around that and build this authentic brand. Okay. And you need to discover your value. And that's the value of mentoring. What we do, a good mentor will show you your value. And that was Dr. John DeMartini, the first seminar we did together in Cyprus. And that's one of the people that showed me how to discover my value and my purpose. And that seminar we did together, it was 2011. And I remember that seminar, I was so shy, and he dragged me with him on stage. I was like behind the scenes. And after this, I remember, like, at the end of the seminar, he asked me to come in front of the stage and ask people to applaud me. And I was standing there in the corner like, oh my God, no. I was like that, if you are in that place, because I know many of you are, you think, oh, I can't put myself out. I was shaking. I was like, why is he bringing me on stage? But after that seminar finished, and I saw the impact we had on people, the kind of audience we attracted, the collaboration with this inspiring person, I felt I was really on purpose. Finally, I was like, this is my purpose, And there is a formula for that, and I can't go into details. It's all about asking the right questions. So I went to seminars. Like I said, I traveled to the US as well. I took some mentoring programs. I was at a seminar 2007 with Dr. John DeMartini, and I started asking the right questions and really following my passion. And my passion took me to my purpose. And really going for it and not restricting myself, because everyone in Cyprus said, you're crazy. Nobody cares about personal development. Nobody will go to a personal development seminar. But I just followed my passion, my feeling, and it was sold out, and all my events since then have been sold out. So then step number 2, you need to create a clear and unique brand message and image. And like I said before, most people today try to be like somebody else. They admire online and they don't stand out. They just blend in. Okay. So what we do, we create a unique brand message, which is a brand message. It's all about, it's not about you. Oh, look how great I am. It's all about what value are you giving to the world? How are you helping others? When you come from a place of service, from a place of adding value, that's when you have a really powerful brand. Okay. And many people get this wrong, their brand message and their image, and they think it's all about me, and ego will just get you up to a point, and then you find that your life is empty, and you find you're not attracting the right people, and you're attracting terrible clients who are complaining. And when you shift that and you go into service mode, okay, and you really feel it on the inside, it's not about pretending, it's who do I want to serve and how am I serving? Then you can come up with a clear brand message. Okay, so for me, it's empowering entrepreneurs to build successful businesses and brands. And look at me, I'm on Empowerment Talks because I put my message out there and I attracted these people, which I attract every single day. Okay, so most people try to be like somebody else. They become copycats of who they admire, so they don't stand out, they blend in, and they become miserable. So with regards to the brand image, we work on different things, even colors. You know, it's not only about the logo, it's the feeling of your brand, it's the values of your brand, even the colors. And you see me wearing certain colors, okay? And my brand color is obviously blue, if you haven't realized yet, because it's the beach here in Cyprus. It's, you know, the Mediterranean, living by the beach, working from anywhere. And really some strong colors from me, like happy, bright colors that represent my brand, but your brand could be something completely different. There is a psychology in the colors as well, which I teach more in detail. That's a presentation on its own. So step number 3, once you get clear on your purpose, your value, your brand message, and this unique image, you need to really get clear on your ideal client profile. Of course, you need to know in the beginning what you want to sell. Okay, so that's another, you know, step in the beginning. It's all about getting the clarity. So when you know what, you know, kind of brand you want to build, you need to know who your ideal client is. And in this market today, when you try to sell to everyone, you sell to no one. You need to really tailor make your message to your ideal client. You need to know their pains and know their problems and know their goals and get into their mind. And then you can start creating valuable content for them, solving their problems. And at the start of my business, when I was running my public relations agency and it wasn't working, I told you the story and I saw the movie The Secret, and then I went to the US and I took mentoring, and I found out that I was trying to work with everyone and I wasn't firing bad clients. I had some really toxic, mean, abusing clients. You know, imagine like organizing a big fashion event for this fashion designer, attracting more than 50,000 euro in sponsors for her, glamour, everything, and not paying me at the end and saying, oh, I didn't make enough, I had to pay my team and I'll pay you at the next event, and me staying and working with her. And she gave me some clothes, like really toxic clients, really like people, she expected me to go visit her every weekend, answer emails at midnight. Michael says only Amazon and Walmart can sell to all. We should find our niche market. Yes, and Amazon didn't start by selling to all, okay? The secret is as your brand grows, okay, and this is, like I said, we go more in depth, but you need to start with a niche and with an ideal client profile, or maybe 2, 3 ideal client profiles, because for me, I have mentoring clients and people who come to my seminars, but more or less is the same, because you want the client to stay with you, okay? But I was at one of my clients the other day, and they're a fertility clinic, and they have different types of clients who have a different issue. So we came out with 4 ideal client profiles for the fertility clinic, because the background is completely different why they go to the clinic. So, but you need to get really, really clear on that, because when you get clear on that and you think what kind of problems they have, what kind of questions they come and ask you for help and advice, what solutions they want, you can come up with the answers. And by getting rid of the toxic clients, you know, there is a Pareto principle. It says that 20% of your actions bring 80% of your results. Okay, do you know about this principle? It's a productivity principle. It says, you know, 20% of what you do will bring 80% of your result. So the rest 80% that you do, you need to discover that top 20% of your high impact activities, let go of that 80%, delegate it, or just totally let go of it, and then immediately you become more productive. And that's what happens with your clients as well. When you focus on that top 20% and you decide to work only with that top 20% of your clients who are the most ideal according to your ideal client profile, you get bigger income, less stress. You know, clients recommend you to other clients. They're happier as well because they're your ideal client, and you can make them happy with what they get from your business, and they help your business succeed. Okay, when you are not letting go of toxic clients because you think I'm not going to find another client, they just drain you. They just drain your business. Okay, so you really need to get very clear on who you want to work with. And again, there are formulas for all of this, but I want to give you an overview today, at least to have an idea of the steps. Okay, so step number 4, you need to create high impact viral content and video. This is the number 1 way to build a brand. content, okay, and especially video. Right now, we could say voice as well, which is podcasts, but video is number one, and it's gonna be number one for many years. There are many statistics that show why the brain processes video better. The trends on social media now, or even Google ranks videos from YouTube now. When you go on Google to search something, if Google finds videos, they will rank videos from YouTube. So you need to put content out there, keyword it properly, solve your ideal clients' questions, problems, inspire them, and that's how your brand starts to grow. There is educational content, inspirational content. There's different types of content that we do, but mostly when we build our personal brand, we start with educating people and showing them our expertise. Okay, and we can do this, through video blogs, just talking to the camera. We can do this through interviews, creative videos, promotional videos. There are different types of videos we can do. And why do we do videos? Because people aren't buying what you're selling. They're buying what is behind what you're selling. They're buying your values, your why, your personality, your unique knowledge, your unique point of view, your experience. And if you don't put yourself out there, people are not going to know. I mean, when I was behind the business and hiding behind the scenes, I would see people out there that were friends on Facebook, and they wouldn't even say hi to me. They were shy. And now everyone, like, when I go around in Cyprus, everyone is so happy to see me if they have seen my videos, because they connect more with my personality. They know exactly what I do. They don't ask me, what is it that you do? No, they know exactly what I do. And my ideal clients, they come to me and they feel they already know me, like me, and they trust me because of this content. It's magical what happens when you create great content. And of course, you need to do it the right way, because anyone can do videos. So you need to educate yourself. And then you need to choose your platform. Okay. And we have the key platforms today that are Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And they're still dominating the market. So we cannot leave those platforms. We need to educate ourselves. And I'm a big believer in building an omnipresent brand, a brand that is present across the platforms and not just in one platform, because you don't know what's going to happen with the algorithm of Instagram tomorrow, which has happened this year. And many influencers are suffering if they didn't have another presence somewhere else. You don't know what's going to happen with the algorithm on YouTube if you do only YouTube. So you choose one main platform to start from, and then you start building your brand around the different platforms. And you keep educating yourself. This is very important. With regards to social media, everything changes so fast. That's why we organize seminars all the time and offer ongoing mentoring for people, because month after month, things change. And please watch out in the next couple of years, because people are frustrated right now with Facebook and YouTube and all the censorship going on. And there's many new platforms coming out, but don't go spend all your energy on a new platform, full 100% investment, and then this platform flops. Okay, like some of these TikTok influencers, if TikTok flops or it's blocked, they have to be very fast in taking their audience somewhere else if they're only on TikTok. And some people did that in the past with Snapchat and with other platforms. I don't remember the names. They just moved their audience very fast, but some of them disappeared. Okay, so you need to focus on the key platforms. And of course, there are podcasts, and some people come and tell me, yes, I'm building my brand through a podcast, but how is your podcast gonna get known if you don't have a presence on social media? How do you think you're gonna drive traffic to your podcast if you don't have a following? Okay, so yes, platforms can change anytime. So then let's say you are building your audience on social media, you are building your following. You need to have certain, we call them marketing funnels, ways to bring people into your business, to capture their emails as well, and keep building that relationship. Okay, because today people buy from people and companies they know, like, and trust. And I'll give you an example. What some people do, and they get disappointed. They think that I'm going to make a Facebook profile, I'm going to start a business, and people will buy the next day, I put an ad, I put a post, oh, nobody's buying, oh my God, they don't have the patience to build their brand, to build that relationship with the client. And let's say you're a single guy, a single man, and all your friends are getting married, and you're thinking, I'm ready to meet a girl as well. I want to meet a girl. I want to get married. You feel ready. So you go at nights out with one of your other single guy friends, and you're at a nice bar, and you see this beautiful girl. She's like your dream girl, and she's smiling at you. You're smiling back, and then you start talking, and everything is flowing amazingly well. And it seems like she's maybe looking for something serious as well. And you start dancing, and everything is amazing. Within a couple of hours, you feel like you found the woman of your dreams, and you have the ring in your pocket because you're looking for a wife. And in the middle of the bar there, of the club there, you get on your knee and you propose to her. Say, you're the one. Will you be my wife? What do you think she will do? Type it in. What do you think she will reply after 2 hours of meeting her? Maybe she's also looking for a husband, and maybe she thought until that moment that you are ideal, depending on her mood. Yes, like if you're in Vegas and you both had a lot to drink, maybe she will say yes. You go get married. Next day she asks for a refund.
Yes.
So that's what people do. They you need to go dating first with your client. If your mom is next to her, a slap. Do you think her mom will be next to her in I don't know what happens in the UAE. So I know some of my friends actually, they have daughters, and they go out with their daughters, and I don't know. So so when this funnel here, it's all about building the relationship and going dating. Like I was on a webinar today, and many people paid for this training that we were selling, and I was telling this to these people who bought the training. Some of them were following me for a long time, and I knew them, but they hadn't made a decision yet to buy something from me. And it had to be the right moment, the right, but I kept building the relationship. I didn't say, oh, that person came on a webinar once and they didn't, buy anything. It means they're not interested. They were interested. Okay, but I needed to build the relationship a bit more. And I'm not saying that some people are not going to be ready to buy immediately as soon as they see your product, to go from here to here. 20% of people are, 10 to 20, sometimes they are. The bigger your brand, the easier it is, because you already have a brand recognition, but you need to be building that relationship and be building your list, okay? It's not safe to count on the social media platforms and not be building your own list. It's really not safe. So we're coming towards the end. So step number 7, there are some tools and strategies that really build authority, okay? Really build authority for your brand. You don't need to do this, but many of my clients, they became big celebrities and influencers just using these tools. And for me, it was speaking on stage, because I knew how to organize events. When I was ready, I put myself on stage, and immediately that putting yourself on the right stages, even if you can organize your own events, it's even better, because the audience, they come to see you. So speaking from stage at your own events or other people's events, now I feel like I'm sharing, like I'm on stage in Dubai. That's what I feel. That's what I decided. Okay, I'm on a world tour since the beginning of the lockdown, and we have online events now. So go on other people's events, host your own events, webinars. You need to have your own website, which is your brand home. You can go in the media as well. This is me having my own show at one of the media groups I used to work for many years ago. They invited me back, and I had my own show. Guest blogging, guest appearances on podcasts, on other people's, it's like other people are introducing you to their audience. And if they have the right audience, it's a really good branding by association and an authority building tool. When people see you on the media, on stage, on other people's events, other people introduce you, they say nice things about you, before you go on stage or before you go on the event or on the podcast. and also personal branding books. Some people think, oh, I'm going to do a book and I'm going to be a celebrity. No, it's one of the tools. You build your brand and then people will buy your book. But it's a tool that it's like a branding tool that gives you authority if you have it, but you need to build the audience first. Some people sell personal branding as a book, and it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. You need to build that personal brand. So using the authority building tools, you can stand out as a go-to expert, celebrity brand, and influencer in your market. And of course, you're going to ask me about followers and getting lots of followers, and that gives you authority as well. It doesn't mean that you get more clients, but it does give you authority. You need to get the right followers, though, if you want to build a solid brand and a solid business. And less followers, better quality is better than more followers, and most of them are fake. Okay, so don't do fake stuff. Be real, be authentic. So a recap, and we go into the questions, and type in your questions if you have questions. And I know Rhaenyra has questions for me. The 7 steps: discover your purpose and value, create a clear and unique brand message and image, get clear on your ideal client profile, create high impact viral content and video, choose your platforms, and create a social media branding strategy, and stay updated. This is very, very important. When you build your brand, you need to stay updated on what's happening with the algorithms and everything on the internet. Create your marketing funnel or funnels to drive leads into your business and build that relationship. And then use the authority building tools and strategies. And that's the formula I use, and I use it with all my clients as well. And it's a system, it's a formula that if you follow it, it works. Okay, so feel free to connect with me online. I think Santosh has typed in also my social media, and ready to take questions.
Wow. Pavlina, I think you've just got everybody awestruck with all the information you had on personal branding. We've had a lot of people come and talk about personal branding, but nobody has really taken us through a story of their own. So thank you so much. It's very easy to connect with people who, are with their own expertise and own experience because they've gone through it. And you seem to be one of them. So thank you so much. You've actually answered a few of my questions because I remember you posted a topic on LinkedIn on the top remote working tools, but I think your last 7th step really answered that. I do have a few questions, but before I get into the questions, I do know I'm very, very interested in this blueprint 30-day thing that you started. I know it's already started today, but it's about finding your purpose. So could you just give us some information about it?
I always host events with other speakers as well as my events, because my company is an education company. So I pick speakers that we have similar values and they have something to offer to my audience. And this is a collaboration with Joel Brown. He's the founder of addictedtosuccess.com. He built a highly influential business brand and personal brand. So I wanted to do events with him, and we want to do a retreat in Cyprus, but we can't. So we are running this. It's a 3-day event, actually. It's not 30 days. It started today and it's tomorrow, but it's a paid event. People can still join and get the replays, but we're running it for 3 days, and we're teaching people how to connect with, that part of the purpose that I talked about in the beginning. Yes. That's the first. People don't understand how important that part is in building a brand. They want the money and the followers and the exposure and the recognition, and they don't realize that if they don't get clear on that, everything will fall apart at some stage, because you're not on purpose. You're building something fake or something just for the exposure. So what we're doing over these 3 days is teaching something that is very close to my heart: discovering your purpose, your value, overcoming those internal limiting beliefs, and then putting down a formula, a plan to build your brand. So that's one event that I'm presenting, and we're gonna do more online until we can do like a retreat in Cyprus. We want to do a personal branding retreat. But I do have my own academy as well, my personal branding academy, where I teach all of the steps. I go in depth, and it's more of an ongoing program.
Wow, thank you so much on that. I do have a few questions. I'll just go through them in fast, because I think we're a little bit on a time crunch. But before I do, if you could just stop the screen sharing. So
yes, sorry, yes.
No problem.
Thank you for reminding me.
No problem. I want to know actually, what would you do differently if you were actually starting your industry or your business now during these testing times?
Okay, let me see how to stop screen sharing. How do
Okay,
I
just
stop?
go down there.
Stop share. Okay.
All right.
Um,
Should I repeat my question?
no, I heard the
Okay,
question.
thank you.
So, what would I do different? The number one thing I would do different is actually get a mentor from the start, because I made so many mistakes in the beginning, and I would always have a mentor next to me. Because when my brand exploded, it was when I really had a mentor next to me, guiding me and telling me, yes, do this step, and then take this step, and then take this step. And we waste so much time making mistakes and just trying to figure it out on our own. And for me, it's all about working with the right people. And even these collaborations I do with other speakers, I learn from them as well. There's
Absolutely.
always something, like always be open to learning, and always be open to getting mentoring and finding the right mentors. So
Absolutely.
right now, because of my work, I have a lot of mentors, and I collaborate with many speakers. So that's the only thing I would do different. I would find somebody who has been where I want to go, and just
Wow.
keep them next to me as a mentor, rather than going on and off and just going to one event here and one event there, and then trying to figure it out on my own and getting lost in the process. It's painful.
Wow, that is amazing. I do know a lot of people here do have a lot of mentors and accountability mentors and optimistic mentors. So it's really good. I love that tip. Thank you so much for that. I wanted to ask you, do you think the idea of personal branding is commonly misunderstood?
Yes, I do think it's misunderstood. I see it so much, like people think it's about getting lots of followers, and it's about ego and self-exposure, and it's no secret, it's a lot of ego in our industry. It's
Yes.
a lot of people see personal branding as something different, as self-exposure and followers, and I'm a celebrity and I'm an influencer and now I'm super special. And I'm trying to teach people the way that will sustain them in the market, because you need to add value to people. You need to come from a place of service, of serving,
Absolutely.
and you need to be building a business around that. It's not just the followers will not build the business for you. You need to be thinking as a business owner when you're building
Yes.
a brand. You need to think about social media as a business, not as a way to self-expose and get this instant gratification of the likes. So yes, it's very misunderstood. Yeah,
Thank,
many people
thank
are.
you.
Mhm.
Thank you for the clarity, because I do know a lot of people don't really understand. They just think that, being out there and pouting and, doing selfies is all there is to it. But I know it's much more than that. I know as you move from place to place and workplace to workplace, you're moving with your brand. Your work really speaks as a personal brand. So thank you for that clarification. Do you have any particular books that you would recommend for people, to refer to on personal branding?
Okay, until I do my book, which is in the process. Uh, okay, Crush It is a very old book. Now, like some of the strategies are outdated. And I think Gary made another Crush It book with all the case studies.
Mm.
Uh, so anything from Gary Vaynerchuk, anything from Gary V. And there is another book. It's called Building a Story Brand by
Wow.
Noel Miller. It's about
Okay.
storytelling and creating that brand message. That's a good book. Trying to think now, because I learned a lot with mentoring and watching videos, rather than books. I'm more auditory and visual. So other people that I like with regards to personal branding is Lewis House. He has some books, but it's not totally on personal branding. So yeah, anything from Gary Vaynerchuk and building a story brand. It's a good,
Is
yeah.
all right. Okay. Um, what people come to your mind as examples of stellar personal branders?
Uh, no, there's so many people out there. I can't really just because in every industry there are different people. But of course, I am a big fan of Gary Vaynerchuk, because I followed him from the beginning, and he does add value and he doesn't hold back, and I love that about him. Like he gives everything, almost everything. And that multiplies. People think that if I give too much, I'm not going to get, but it does multiply. I like Simon Sinek. He's an author and very giving as well, how he's building his brand and the little videos he does and the interviews. I'm in my industry, I like Louis House, who is also one of my mentors, and of course John Lee, and the Wealth Dragons. I love their work because they actually taught me a lot of the things, and John taught me a lot of the things and guided me that I'm doing today, speaking from stage. I attended their trainings, Wealth Dragon trainings. So it's so many people. I can't say like, but
I like the fact.
I like people who are more authentic, more real, more into giving value, because many people hold back so much, and you cannot see, but maybe there's something fake going on. And I think people are starting to realize now, like nothing stays a secret for too long. So I like people who are coming from service, real service with zero ego.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. So I do know that you have a lot of knowledge on content creators and blogging. And I do know a lot of people who are the regular attendees who want to be content builders. So are there a few tips that you could give them for, bloggers and content creators here?
Okay, there's lots of tips. I believe everyone should have a video strategy. Everyone should discover what their video strategy will be and their personality on video, and that ideal client, what do they want to listen. I think the number one is this: who is your ideal client? What are their problems that they're facing right now? What are the questions going on in their mind? What is their pain? And how can you educate them on these things that they're going through, inspire them, uplift them, empower them? If you do that with your content, you're set. And then if you focus on learning how to do video and doing it the right way, because like I said, everyone can do video, but you need to do it the right way, then you can win faster if you do video. Yeah.
I would like to know, I know you do a lot of mentoring programs, and if there's anybody after the session, if they need to connect with you and, with your upcoming mentoring programs, are there anyone coming up?
My academy is ongoing right now. Everyone can join at any given time, and you get the full blueprint. Somebody says, I need more knowledge on offline personal branding, so I teach that as well. Offline is more getting in the media and going on stage and going to the networking events. When you have a clear brand, even when you go to a networking event, you know exactly what to say and how to say it. When you get clear on your personal brand, you're not confused and you're not standing in the corner. The moment you speak to people, they know exactly what you do. Let alone, you get recognized. I get recognized at a lot of events, and people come and talk to me. I don't even need to go to talk to anyone. I just enter the room and people come and talk to me now because they know me in the market, especially here in Cyprus. Now I'm building it more internationally. Yes, I do have this ongoing personal branding academy, which is all about everything I talked about today: building an influential brand, an online business. And it's, the information applies both to personal branding and your business brand as well. It's not that different, but I do focus on personal brands.
Yeah, that's what I think people in the chat are also asking for, a few tips on offline personal branding. I think you'll have to go to her academy to find out more.
Because like I said, it's more about speaking on stage, on stages, putting yourself on stages and organizing your own events, and then speaking at other people's events. And I teach all my clients to fill their events and to organize their own events. Something I learned from my mentors. I always put together my own events, and I know how to do that. It's not easy, but if you really want to do it, you can do it, because when you organize your own events, you don't depend on anyone else inviting you. You can just fill rooms on your own. You don't depend on when is somebody else going to invite me and who is going to invite me. And then you go there and maybe it's not exactly the right audience and they didn't come for you. They came from 10 other speakers. And it's so different when you put together your own event and you build it around your brand. So for me, events, amazing brand building tool, but we cannot do it right now. So now and for the next 1 year, focus on online. Of course, going to networking events. I started going here in Cyprus. We are opening up, so definitely networking events and going in the media. But when you go in the media, you take the clips and you put it online. You don't go just for people to see you on the TV at that specific time. It's not so worth it,
Yeah,
unless it's a huge TV show, but you always take the clip and use it, and it gives you
absolutely.
an authority.
Wow, wow. So I am very curious. This is out of curiosity. I really want to know what does a typical day in your week, in your busy schedule look like?
Let me talk about today. So I always make it a point to take care of myself and my health and my well-being, because entrepreneurship is, you can just become too obsessed and drain yourself with big goals and I want to do more and I want to. So like today I woke up, I went to the beach. Lucky to live next to the beach. I went to a really nice beach bar close to my house. I had a nice swim. I didn't have time to stay around because I was running an event. So I got a coffee. I came home. I got a coffee on the way. I came home, and in the morning I have something healthy before I have coffee. Always like some kind of healthy drink or a juice or something like that will help my system before I have any coffee. So I went for my swim after I have lots of water in the morning. So I got done with my exercise and my vitamin D for the day. And then I had my shower, fixed my hair, did my makeup, do it on my own. Learn to do these things on your own. Don't depend on hairstylists. If you want to
That's
become
nice.
a content creator, don't depend on, who's going to do my makeup and my hair. Just learn to do these things on your own. Be self-sufficient.
Wow.
Run the online training 11:30 to 1:30. Then I followed up with all the clients by sending them the replay. So I just quickly uploaded the replay because I didn't have somebody here to help me. I answered some emails and then I actually worked on this presentation. I changed some things from another presentation to create this presentation. And now I'm here running this online event. I made some posts on social media in the meantime. And later on today, because I'm not going anywhere, I'm planning to watch a video interview that I recorded and finalize
Wow.
edits for my editor, because I want to choose like the best clips to
Wow.
take clips for social media. And I like to watch my videos. I enjoy it. Normally you should have eventually somebody doing that for you. It takes a lot of time, but
Yeah.
I'm planning to do this today because I'm recording these interviews and I enjoy very much watching them myself when I can and selecting the best clips. Yeah.
Wow, you learn from your own this thing. Wow, you are such an example, and you're so enthusiastic even at the end of the day when you had so much going on the whole day. And I do know that you personally look after your own schedule, because I remember having this talk with you and you were kind enough. I think you did not know how to pronounce my name, and you're so sweet to ask me to send you a voice message with it. So I love that you're so authentic and you're so invested in your, what you do. And I'm so glad. Thank you so much for taking time. I will take a few more questions, but I would just like to thank everybody who's come here. Thanks, Pavlina. And, thank you, the YouTube viewers and the Facebook viewers who are watching online and for taking time to, gain knowledge from us. I do have someone special to give us a vote of thanks. So I am actually going to move on to the vote of thanks. And then if there is anyone else who would like to ask a question, if Paulina has time, we will definitely do that. So,
Thank